Hello, motivators. It's nice to see you again here. I hope you're in a good and enjoyable moment with us here in Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters regular meeting session. Hans, President Motivator Toastmasters, and I will open this meeting by sound of this clap. So basically, what is Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters? Basically, we are a public speaking community under Toastmasters International. Toastmasters International itself is a public speaking education organization with a worldwide network of clubs. And we also have an international curriculum named Pathways with 11 options of path available to choose. Because we believe that general public speaking skill is not enough. We need to tailor our skill of public speaking into specific purpose. Do you want to be a leader in general? Do you want to be a motivational speaker, a coach, a stand-up comedian, a presenter, or any other? We can tailor our specific skill. And this meeting is conducted by Toastmaster of the meeting. Basically, it is just like an MC. And at this moment, the Toastmaster of the meeting is me. And I would like to share my screen. So wait. I need to split it first. So this meeting theme is the quest for personal branding. It is a theme that it is widely discussed in social media. What is personal branding? And there are a lot of things about personal branding. Perhaps the discussions about personal branding. Number one, have you ever Googled your name? Anyone? You can admit if you have ever Googled your name. I've tried. And what do you want to be known as? Do you want to be known as? Because we want others to perceive something about us. That's why we display specific image in our Instagram, in our LinkedIn, and previously perhaps in our Facebook, and so on. We want to be known in a certain way from our major, from our career, from our hobby, from our preferred place of hangout, from our social circle, and so on. That is why personal branding is a hot topic, especially in this digital age. And now, personal branding versus fake image. Perhaps you have ever heard the term fake it till you make it. How can we differ it with personal branding? I want a volunteer to give your opinion. How can we differ personal branding from fake image? Anyone? To give your opinion. Hi, Toastmaster Nur.
Could you repeat the question?
Okay. In your opinion, what is the difference between personal branding and fake image?
Personal brand.
Fake image. I think I'm not sure there is a difference in both of that, because if we keep showing, let's say you keep showing that Hans, you love cat, but you actually not. But it's a fake image, right? But if you keep doing it every time you see someone, every time you see people, every time you make a message, that will be your personal branding. So I think fake image is also a part of your branding. So it's not really a versus, but fake image can be one your personal branding. That's what I think.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nur. We can fake it now and then till make it into personal branding. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. And then about personal branding and this meeting today. So basically in our speech in any session, we are encouraged to speak the sweet spot in your speech. So what is sweet? There are two definitions. The first one is the part of the surface that gives the most power for the least effort. For example, when hitting a ball. There are specific points on a ball. If we hit it, we can have greater power compared to other surface. And the second definition, this is what do we need to know about personal branding and sweet spot. The particular situation, quality, combination of things, and so on. That is the best or the most effective possible. If we use it in a sentence, for example, LinkedIn is the sweet spot of job seeker in digital era. That is one sentence, for example. By the way, I forgot to tell you about meeting structures. Yeah. So basically in this meeting, there are three main sessions. The first one is prepared speech, where only members their speech based on pathways or international curriculum. But all of us, we can see it. The second one is table topic. It is impromptu speech based on the theme. So if you want to discuss about ending, the table topic session will be, and that session will be conducted by our table topic master. We will see later. And this topic is open for all. So if you are a member of any club, if you are a guest, or even if you are the first time to speak in this table topic, as long as we still have slot. Yeah. To book the slot, it is on the spot in the next session, in table topic session. And the third session is evaluation session, where the prepared speakers from the first session is evaluated, and also the overall meeting is evaluated by our set of role takers. So, because I've mentioned role takers, I would like to introduce our general evaluator and his rangers. Our general evaluator is Toastmaster Qaiyum. The time is yours.
Thank you very much, Toastmasters Hans. Before we go further into the role takers, I would like to know, am I audible and visible to all of you guys? All right, thank you very much with that support. So ladies and gentlemen, my name is Qaiyum and will not change in any near future if you guys see me in Malaysia. And I am going to be your general evaluator for today. So the job of general evaluator is going to give a general evaluations to the meeting. From the beginning it starts till the end it stops. All right, now I'm not going to work alone. I have my ranger as said by the Tom. So I would like to introduce my first role takers for today. I would like to invite my Grammarian, Toastmasters Redika, to explain her role and as well as introduce the word of the day. Toastmasters Redika, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. Thank you, Toastmaster Qaiyum, for introducing me. Hello, everyone. My role today is as a grammarian. And I know that making mistakes can be such a thrilling experience, especially when we have to speak in another language, particularly here in English. But please don't be disheartened from trying, since it's not our primary language. So making mistakes is pretty much normal. Don't be afraid of it, and I will just call it as a learning together. So let's learn together, and just don't forget to as well use our word of the day today, which is sweet spot. It's basically a spatial. The definition is something that especially have a spatial place in our heart, say. So we call it sweet spot. So don't forget to use it on in between your speeches or when you deliver your impromptu speech. Let's be confident first in speaking and practicing your public speaking skill, and use as many word of the day as possible. So back to General Evaluator, Toastmaster Qaiyum.
Thank you very much, Toastmasters Redika. All right, before we go further, I would like to acknowledge to the Tom. I might going to AFK for, I would say, 2 to 3 minutes. I'm giving an evaluations on the other club, right? So perhaps if you can take over at the moment. Okay, now let us move to our timer, Toastmasters Heggi, to explain his role for today as well. Toastmasters Heggi, over to you.
Thank you, our busy General Evaluator Toastmaster Qaiyum. I will be your timer for tonight. So as a timer, I will time the speakers throughout the meeting, whether it's prepared speakers, double topic speakers, or evaluators. And I will change my virtual background accordingly. For prepared speaker, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe all speakers will have 5 to 7 minutes, which means I will show green at 5 minutes, yellow at 6 minutes, and red at 7 minutes. For table topic, the time is 1 to 2 minutes. So I will show green at 1, yellow at 1.5, and red at 2. And for evaluators, the time is 2 to 3 minutes. So I will show green at 2, yellow at 2.5, and red at 3 minutes. After the red sign, all speakers have 30 seconds allowance to conclude their speech. And those that are get over their time or below the requirements will not be eligible to be voted as the best speakers for tonight. That's all for me, and I believe I should return to Toastmaster of the meeting.
Yes, thank you, our timer Toastmaster Heggi. Next, we will have our Ah-WoD counter that will be me. So basically, Ah-WoD counter is, ladies and gentlemen, we believe that those voices are annoying because I demonstrated a lot of filler words like or even long pauses and repeated words. So basically, Ah-WoD counter role is to count the filler words or unnecessary words, just like repetitive words that is not necessary, long pause, unless it is part of the expression, of course. That is a bit difficult to identify, but I will try to identify if that is the long pause. And also for appreciation, I will also count how many times do you mention our word of the day, either in the prepared speech, table topic, or in the evaluation session. But with this role, please don't be intimidated. It is part of our learning process because I believe that we can get better and better by trying every meeting, by trying small improvement. It is okay to have 3 filler words, for example, at this meeting, but improve gradually. And then after 1 month, 1 year, or even more, we can look back and we can be grateful. Oh, I can eliminate those filler words at this moment. And the next role, let's have our ballot counter, Toastmaster Indah.
Hello, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Tonight I'm gonna be the ballot counter. So my task here is to collect and to compare ballots submitted by everyone who attended for the best prepared speaker, for the best table topic speaker, and for the best evaluator. After the timer decides when who are eligible to be voted. After we finish evaluating, then we will announce all of the best prepared speaker, best table topic speaker, and best evaluator. Back to you, Toastmaster Hans.
Thank you, Toastmaster Indah, as our ballot counter. That's all the role taker. Oh, also the evaluator. That will be Toastmaster Qaiyum. He will lead this team and also he will give the key takeaways of our overall meeting. And now let's first session, the prepared speech session. We will have two speakers. The first one is Toastmaster Nur, and the next one is Toastmaster Hans. So now first, let's hear speech from Toastmaster Nur, but before it, let's hear his evaluator to introduce him. So Toastmaster Miftah, the time is yours. Hi, Toastmaster Miftah. Are you here? Hello. Hello.
Okay, thank you very much, Toastmaster Miftah. So,
Hello,
you are still young.
am I audible? Okay. Oh my God, ada yang tahu aku cukur. Okay, thank you so much. And now I will share about Toastmaster Nur Adli's speech. Now Toastmaster Adli will deliver his very first project. He just opened the project. It opened the pathway called engaging humor. For today's meeting, Toastmaster Nur Adli will deliver icebreaker for a long time. So for today's meeting, Toastmaster Nur Adli will have a title. Wait a minute. The title is "Make a Joke is the most difficult things in the world." The purpose is the purpose of this project is for member to deliver and introduce them to the club. So without further ado, I will call Toastmaster Nur Adli. Making a joke is the most difficult thing in the world. Making a joke is the most difficult thing in the world. Toastmaster Nur Adli.
Thank you, Evaluator Toastmaster Miftah. Hello, fellow Toastmaster and guests. Before I start my speech, I have a joke. I have a joke about chemistry, but I don't think it will get reaction. My name is Nur, and yeah, you hear my speech. Making a joke is one of the most difficult things in the world. Why? Let me tell you a story about a boy who had difficulties in communication named Nur Adli, which is me. long time ago, when I'm still in junior school, what is SD? Junior school? I think it is, communication is one of the most difficult thing for me. Connecting to people is very difficult. I have a difficulties doing that. I just don't understand how to start a convo, how you can suddenly, say hi to hello, and then the next morning you laughed with them, and then you make a joke with them. And I don't understand how to do it at all. I don't understand how to connect. So I kept thinking. At first, I think that, I need to give them food. I try. So I buy food. I buy ice cream. I give them. But it only lasts just for a moment. They will talk to me, but because I give them food. And second, after that, I tried something else. I love to read motivational books I think I started reading it in junior high school. And so I start to become someone who very positive. Like, hello, say hi. Wow, life is very great. but that works, but not that long. I mean, yeah, they will be kind to me, but it is not something that I want. It is not something that I want. I want something connecting. I want to connect to people more. I want them to open to myself. And so, after many times doing research here and there, my own personal small research in my junior high, I find that telling a joke is one of the most effective way to connect to people. Like I did in my opening speech. I know that's a bad joke, but at least I try, right? That's why I started this pathway. So I find that when people laugh with you together, they weirdly have this closeness. The bridge between me and that person suddenly getting closer and closer, and then they open up to me. I find it that joke is one of the most effective, but there is another thing about joke. It is difficult to make a joke. It's very difficult. It looks easy, but trust me, it's very difficult. I think people who often tell a joke are very genius. Making people laugh is not easy. Not easy, of course, not easy, but there is this challenge of you have to understand them first to make them laugh. I think that's one why making a joke is actually something very deep. To make a joke, because let's say I want to make a joke about Toastmaster Hans. Maybe Toastmaster Hans we know that Toastmaster Hans is working in a plant, and then I make a joke about him working in a plant, maybe about plant crash or something else. Maybe yeah, he will laugh about it because he understand about the joke. But if we make a joke that he doesn't understand, it will make you looks very weird. In fact, let's say I suddenly make a joke about Hans. Wow, you still alive, yeah? After you hit your head yesterday, you are like a cat. But he don't understand. He don't understand that cat has none life. So that will be not very effective. It actually will make the bridge between me and Hans getting further and further, because he will think of me as a very weird person. That's why making a joke is difficult. So for those of you who are very good at making jokes, congratulations. You are one of the most blessed person in this world, and I envy you. Trust me. I learned a joke by thinking logically, and it doesn't work. I don't understand. So I can only imitate people, but yeah, I'm trying. So yeah, I hope you can help me too. And yeah, this is the progress that I have come. I think at least I make you laugh for a little, yeah. And this is also my effort to improve my communication skills so I can connect to people, because I think connecting to people is one of the most useful thing you can have in this world. Yeah, good communication, easy friend, not easy friend. You can make many friends. You can get jobs. You can get a good life maybe with good communication. You can reach many places with a good communication, and also even better if you can easily connect to people. And to connect to people, if you are doing it my way, learn a joke. Try making a joke. Try it, because it will help you connect to people. Thank you. That's all from me, and back to Toastmaster of the meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nur, for nailing your very first speech in your second pathways. Wow. It feels like you're rebranding yourself in this engaging humor.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it.
Yes, that's a good head start for you, and wish you luck in your next speech. Next, the second speaker is Toastmaster Hans, and he will be evaluated by Toastmaster Garda.
Oh, is that my cue, Toastmaster Hans?
Yes.
Sorry. Okay, am I audible?
Yep.
Cool. My fellow Toastmasters, having engaged with someone obviously requires a good communication skill. And that sometimes can be a sweet spot for someone else who would like to rebrand him or herself. And in this occasion, Toastmaster Hans will also deliver his project about understanding his communication style, whereby he will tell and deliver some differences about communication style that he has learned and applied towards his journey. And also for him to share the impact of his understanding about his communication style. From 5 to 7 minutes, let's hear from Toastmaster Hans, the communication quadrants. The communication quadrants, Toastmaster Hans, the screen is yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, raise your hand if one of your reasons of joining Toastmasters is to improve your communication skill. Anyone? Yes, I see a few hands are raised. Thank you very much. And I agree that communication skill is highly valued in this world because it can strengthen our personal and professional relationship. There are a lot of courses that teach us various communication styles and how to deal with them. Now let me share my key takeaways from what I've learned in Pathways. This is my title, The Communication Quadrants. First, I will tell you the basic theory from our module. There are 4 types of communication styles: direct, initiating, supportive, and analytical. Direct communicators, of course, they prefer to get to the point quickly, focusing on solution. Initiating communicators, they prefer socializing with each other and sharing stories. Supportive communicators, they are calm, peaceful, and steady. Analytical communicators, they are meticulous. They like facts and figures. Some of you are wondering, why did I put so many texts in one slide? Actually, I intentionally put the exact description from our module to avoid simplification, and I've put each styles into the quadrant. I hope you can notice something. Is it similar to this? Raise your hand if you notice that it is similar to another theories outside of Toastmasters. Anyone? You can read, digest the text, and oh, I found it somewhere. Okay, no one, but it's okay. Actually, yes, it is familiar with this. Perhaps some of you have ever tried this test to identify that are you dominant, influence, steady, or compliance type. And I've put the Toastmasters term, direct, initiating, supportive, and analytical, in similarities between those terms. Let's look at this quadrant. Basically, the vertical axis represents extroversion. The top half is outgoing, the bottom half is reserved. And the horizontal axis represents focus, people-oriented versus task-oriented. And we can see that dominant type values result, they use direct approach, and they are influence people are enthusiastic, friendly, and optimistic. Steady people value sincerity, they use patient approach, and they are modest people. Compliance people value See, they are cautious and contemplative. So far, can you identify which one is my communication style? My most preferred communication style? Anyone? Perhaps Toastmaster Redika. Can you guess which one is my preferred style?
Wait, let me guess. Hopefully, I guess it correctly. I guess you're dominant.
Okay, and why?
Because as I experience as your to be in the same group with you and as in the schools as well, you have this direct communication style in which you convey your thoughts, you convey your opinions without holding it back. So I think especially in the second point, in the direct part, what makes me conclude and assume that you are a dominant or direct person. But it can be more than two types, right? Only, in my opinions, you are more of a dominant person, I think, and as well a bit of compliance.
Okay, thank you very much, Toastmaster Redika. Let's see, I will reveal it. Actually, my top style is analytical or compliance, followed closely by direct or dominant. And then supportive and initiating are the bottom two.
Yes,
so,
I guess correct.
Yes, correct. But this is from my self-assessment in our online module. And I agree with that because I am much more task-oriented to people-oriented. And about extraversion, sometimes I reserve, sometimes I am outgoing, although I am a bit more reserved actually, although I can switch too. With this style, I need to, in a team, what should I do? When interacting with another compliance, of course, I need to use the similar, accurate, fact-based approach. But sometimes I need to be more outgoing if I need to lead the conversation. Or sometimes I need to hold back a little bit to give them chance to speak. When interacting with dominant, similar, more fact-based, although I need to be more in the big picture rather than details. I now also need to be aware of my position. Do I need to lead or do I need to hold back a bit? With the other people-oriented, of course, I need to empathize more because they are people-oriented. In the influence type, I need to put them as the center of attention. Also with the steady, I need to give them time for ice-breaking. So after all, communication works for those who work at it. Thank you. Back to our Toastmaster of the meeting, which is me. Okay, that is the end of the prepared speaker session. And now, before we continue to the table topic session, should we take photo together, guys? Please open your camera. And I will take like 2 photos. Okay. Are you ready all? I will count in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Wait, let me save it. Okay, another pose in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Yes, thank you very much. We will upload it after the meeting and also in our Instagram story. If you want to be tagged, please chat to me your Instagram account, so I will wrap up and tag you in the story. Now let's move to the second session, our table topic session. But before it, I remember something. Let's hear from our timer report about the result from prepared speakers.
Yes, thank you. So unfortunately, Toastmaster Nur is not eligible because he exceed the time limit of 6 minutes 30 seconds. I will share the details on the chat box.
Oh, just 7 seconds for me. Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Heggi. So there is no voting in this prepared speakers, yeah. So let's move to the table topic session. This session will be led by table topic master. Let me welcome you, Toastmaster Putra.
Thank you, our Mr. Tom, Hans Tampu, and good night, everybody. And I think our theme today is very interesting. So please wait for this slide that I have prepared for. Okay. Oh, okay. It's the wrong one. What is? Do you see my main screen or the second screen?
Yes.
The main screen, right? The presentation one, not the back end.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
Okay, thank you. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jakarta Motivator Toastmaster Club table topic session with me, Putra from University of Indonesia Toastmaster Club. And this is the example of the branding or self-branding that I want you guys to know that I come from my uni Toastmaster Club. And let's see and explore another example and another insight from this topic or about the self branding or personal branding. Okay, here in the screen you can see my LinkedIn page, and it's not intentionally to make a professional relationship with you guys, but I just want to give an example that it's an approach to me to tell you about our team today, about the personal branding. This is me, and this character you see on the screen is, what can I say? This is the part or the idea that I want people know from me. If you're following me in Instagram, you can see this part on my feed or even in my highlight. Maybe Toastmaster Hans Tampu already knows some of this part, and we share the same part maybe. Like, yeah, okay, of course, but if Toastmaster Hans want to invite me to working on his company on GMF, it's a good way to for me. Anyway, okay, back to the topic. Okay, first, I love to be known as an F geek or aviation geek. I am on my office right now, and I have this diecast. This is 737-800. It's Papa Kilo Golf Echo Hotel. I don't know it's the real plane or not, but it saw you guys that I very crazy about the plane. And the next, I'm a keyboardist like Toastmaster Hans Tampu, and he's the real one. I'm the fake one because I'm the amateur keyboardist. And the next, I'm your next public servant. I'm working on you can see on the screen that I am working on Secretariat of Indonesian National Water Council, which is placed on Ministry of Public Work or PUPR. But next, quote unquote, because I'm not a PNS yet, but wish me luck that I will do it this year. And the next, I'm a Christian and I have decided, ngide. Yeah, because I have some idea in my head that it's hard to explain to you guys about this site, but if you already become my friend in the real life or even in the Toastmaster life, maybe you can relate to this part. And the last part is ENFP. ENFP is extroverted, intuitive, feeling, and perceiving. And as an ENFP, we are known as tukang ide, or we known as people that have a idea generator, but in the another side that I am not structurized. So it's a problem. So what the personal branding that I will show you today is I will become very tidy on this table topic session. Meanwhile, I'll already take 10 minutes of your time in this presentation. So it's not a good example for you guys. So please bring your name on the chat room. ENFP existed non-farm payroll. Okay. I don't see the name or the list yet. Yeah, or someone want to volunteer? Anyone? I have 10 questions. One new message here. Okay, Toastmaster Redika. Let's choose one.
Just one from.
Yeah, benchmarking, you versus you, tutorial from you, center line. Benchmarking. Okay, there are two benchmarking here. First, benchmarking 1 or benchmarking 2.
What about Brain Beauty?
Oh, Brain Beauty. Okay, you got it. Brain Beauty. I don't have any prompt, but this is a direct question to you. Do you agree that your education is not only for practical things, but also impacting your personal branding?
Okay, thank you for the question. Do you agree that your education is not only for practical, but also impacting your personal branding? To a great extent, I do agree with the question, because when you are being educated not only to enrich your knowledge, but as well, without us realizing it, probably it as well sets who we are at the moment. So say you learn about aviation, or you learn about keyboard or something for a long time, it will in the long run shape your identity. It becomes your second nature when you do something over time, and it becomes something that natural, and people see you integrated with those particular things that you're usually into. So it goes the same when you are being an educated person. So when you learn about something, people will mostly associate you with those things. So it will shape you in someone else's eyes as something that you often do, and at least you are being associated with those particular things. So yeah, I do agree with the questions that education will shape our personal branding even without us expecting it. So it becomes a sweet spot when it goes in line with your passion. So you will do it effortlessly when you shape your personal branding without changing who you are. So especially when you are just genuinely into something, your personal branding will follow. Thank you for the question.
Thank you, Toastmaster Redika. I remember about the quotation from Indonesia, or maybe from the Southeast Asian. It say that you can dive with drinking water. or menyelam sambil minum air ya.
Yeah.
When you get an education, you also get your auto branding for your life. Very good
It's
thought.
happy for when personal branding is as well in line with something that you're interested in real life. So it will become, you don't fake yourself though, because faking yourself for a long time can be so tiring. So you just be yourself and people will just naturally, it's you being you, not you pretending to be someone else. I think
Absolutely.
right.
Because education is shaping you, like you say. Thank you, Toastmaster Redika. And next, thank you again. And we are moving to the next speakers. I will see you on the chat room. They are still Toastmaster Redika. Or I will choose randomly from you guys. Yeah, it's better. I will choose Toastmaster Haura. Toastmaster Haura is placed beside Toastmaster Miftah that have just cut his hair, so it's very mencolok ya. Okay, Toastmaster Haura, you can open your mic and please choose one topic from this.
Sorry, can you share screen?
Oh, I'm sorry. Here you go.
Good.
About the good, yeah. Okay, let's see what the question that I have. Good. Toastmaster Haura, is it good to trying to be known as a good person? Do you need additional 30 seconds or just start immediately?
I need additional 3 seconds.
30 seconds, okay.
30 seconds, sorry.
Dear timers, please take your place and we will wait for you.
Thank you.
Thirty seconds is up, right?
Okay, Toastmaster Putra, I'm sorry, I'm nervous and I have a limit words.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
okay, it's okay.
Okay, in my opinion, to be known as a good, sorry for my, for my limit words. In my opinion, to be known as a good person is important, right? Because everyone will look at you, will branding you as a good person, and then if they need someone to fit their work or just search someone, I think if you have a good personal branding, then you will choosing by others. Sorry if my English not plainly. I think enough. So to be known as a good person is so important in this digital era, or you can create your personal branding on your social media first and other platform. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Haura. Of course, that making a good persona, good branding to your surrounding will impacting a good things for you and your society or your circle or your environment around you. Thank you for sharing, Toastmaster Haura. And next, I have Toastmaster Garda. I would like to hear your thought this night.
Yes.
We are back to main screen. Okay, here we go.
Hmm,
Hmm.
basic.
Basic. Okay, I know something basic come from you is never be so basic. Here you go. On your opinion, why we need the concept of personal branding? Master Garda, the screen is yours.
In my humble opinion, why personal branding is so essential for everyone to possess or to have is because at the end of our journey as a human in this world, the ultimate question will be, what is the legacy that we want to leave behind after we leave this world? This legacy would be something that serves us whenever people remember our name, regardless of our existence in this world. When somebody mentioned Garda Widhi Nuraga, for instance, they will directly have something in mind what and how to describe Garda Widhi Nuraga is. And maybe there is something that you can also reflect on yourself, something that can be your sweet spot or something that may be on your quest at the moment, whatever we are doing and at the moment or something that we want to pursue in this life. There will be moments when you try to create or we try to create our personal branding in order to get that legacy continue. Because this legacy will not just stop by our name. This legacy will always continue to our family, for instance, or our children or our grandchildren, and maybe our dearest friends or colleagues. So ladies and gentlemen, you may have different ways or approach to build your personal branding, but always remember at the end of the day, what will be the legacy that you wish to leave behind? And that will be something for everyone to remember you. Remember what and why our existence so matter. And that is what defines who we are as an individual. Back to you, Toastmaster Putra.
Thank you, Toastmaster Garda. Legacy. Legacy is not all for you and from you. It's come to your family and your closest person in your life. It's very touching for me that when we are saying personal branding is not about us, ourselves, but it's about our family and our important person in our life. Thank you for sharing, Toastmaster Garda. And we will see that we have Toastmaster Qaiyum. Of course, on my list, our friend from Malaysia. Please choose one.
Got it. All right. So I'm going to choose. I would like to choose you versus you.
You versus you. Nice choice.
Right.
My God, why I don't have that screen? Oh, it's hiding. Okay, you versus you. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not that. Okay, here. Is your personal branding need to be the same as your real personality? It's a philosophical question one. Okay, Toastmaster Qaiyum, the screen is yours.
Before I start, I would like to request for the first 30 seconds.
Okay, timer. Thank you, timer.
Now, everybody in this room, I would say a social media addict. They not really need to be hospitalized. We have no medications perspective towards this. Yet that's who we are at the moment. Early morning, we wake up, phone's number one. Even though the clock is at the wall, phone will be turned on and see what time is it, how many likes, how many notifications of YouTube that I get today. Now, I am going to embarking the journey on my own personal branding. The listener will be on a YouTube channel. So the story here, should I be the real listener as well? Am I a good listener? And trust me, ladies and gentlemen, it does need to be the same. Why? Because if you're not a listener, it's your brand that people will say, yo, Qaiyum is not a real good listener. Don't listen to him. So if you have that sort of, I would say, rumors about you around, that playing around Toastmasters member, non-Toastmasters member, it will affect your own personal branding. So does it need to be the same? Again, yes, it is need to be the same. But I would like to add on it that will not going to be 100%, 24/7, 365 per year to be that person. You can be someone else too. You can be another shoes. You can try another slippers. With that, ladies and gentlemen, what shoes you wear today? Over to the table topic master. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Qaiyum. Let's try another slip on, and we can see if it's fit on us, and we can trying to pursue that suit. What we say that that slip on or that shoes, yeah. So you can afford that shoes. So because you cannot pretend that shoes is yours, but after you have money, you can buy that. It's it's a very inspiring one. Thank you, Toastmaster Qaiyum. And we will see the others. We don't have any new list on the chat. And okay, let me try with the legend here, Toastmaster Miftah Huda. Dear legend, please open your mic. Bang Mif?
Yes.
Very much. Good to you.
Do you want to join the session? I give you a privilege.
Okay. Let me try. Which statement it's already taken, Toastmaster Putra?
Bands are not benchmarking. Brand beauty, you versus you, and the basic and good.
Okay, I will share about good statement.
Good is already chosen. I'm sorry.
Okay. Toastmasters way.
Toastmaster way. Okay. Here's the quick question. Did joining the Toastmaster contribute to shaping your personal branding? It's very, very easy question to our area director. Okay. The screen is yours.
What is the WOD itself? Come again?
Sweet spot, sweet spot.
Sweet spot?
Yeah.
Okay. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, this is a very me. Yeah, I can say that because when you go to the Toastmasters, you know, you want to build a communication style. You will know the communication style itself and how to be a good leader and so on. But for me, I can say that this is the leadership style itself, not the communication style. Why I told you that? Because in Toastmasters, when I joined Toastmasters, I just joined Toastmasters and I don't know about everything about Toastmasters, but I just want to know more about Toastmasters. Then I became the area director. I just want to know more. Then I became the division director. You didn't do your speech. Is it really busy for you to be the district officers? Yes, I didn't do my speech. Then when I become the division director, I know that communication is really important. So that I speech and get the benefits from Toastmasters International that they gave to me, the communication style and the leadership style. It's also my personal branding because I can manage my time during my speech. I can manage my mouth to tell everything that it's unnecessary. And also I can get the opportunity to lead the great team for my division. That's all from me. Back to you, topic master, Toastmaster Putra.
Thank you, Toastmaster Miftah. So Toastmaster bring you an opportunity, and opportunity become branding of yourself. Very nice thought. And we're moving fast now. I already take 30 minutes of your time, but I hope this will be the last speaker. I will just randomly. How about Toastmaster Pim? Pim, yeah, Pim. It's very catchy one. I remember Pondok Indah Mall. Yeah, I visited that last Friday. Pim, Toastmaster Pim, or
Yes,
guest
hello
Pim.
everybody.
Hello everybody. Hello Pim. Hello Toastmaster
Hello.
Pim. Please
I'm
choose.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry. Maybe I just join and I don't really understand with the topic. May
Okay.
I just listen right now? Thank you.
Okay. We would love to see you joining this station next time, but if you want to hear or listen for this time, it's okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Pim, for giving
Thank
you
you very much.
giving us a response. Okay, I try with Sam. Yeah, Sam. Toastmaster Sam, our guest Sam, are you there? No response. Okay, so back to the president of this club, Toastmaster Hans. Please be a closing speaker. Just one.
Okay.
They're not geek friend.
Itu choose ya.
Just.
Benchmarking. Is
benchmarking. There are two benchmarking here. Benchmarking 1 or benchmarking 2.
2.
Hey, lucky you. Benchmarking 2 is not asking about yourself, but it's asking about someone else here. Find people you know here, and what kind of personal branding do you think they are trying to be delivered?
Wow.
Yeah, you have Toastmaster Redika here, and we all already know about many legends here. Toastmaster Garda, Toastmaster Qaiyum overseas, and we have also Toastmaster Miftah Huda. Okay, just choose one and
choose one, yeah. And what kind of personal branding? Well, choosing itself needs more than 30 seconds, I think, but let me choose. I think Toastmaster. Let's try with Toastmaster Qaiyum.
Okay. Toastmaster Hans, the screen is yours.
My fellow motivators, we know that personal branding is a hot topic and highly used nowadays. And in this room, we all have our own personal branding. And based on my perception, I see that Toastmaster Qaiyum is highly enthusiastic person, perhaps connected with my speech in communication style, initiative type, perhaps, because I can see that his way of initiating the conversation, his way of connecting each other, that is really people-oriented. And he is really outgoing from coming one club to another club. Besides of his communication style, he is also a helpful person. He really helped Toastmasters any club to be the role to be there. And I don't know how can between meetings to meetings. I've seen he has a whiteboard in his room. Perhaps that is why he can gain awareness about next meeting. Club. Next, I will visit another club, and I will visit 2 clubs at the same time. So, him as the club hopper of district, perhaps district 87, right? Or even into another districts, yeah. Because many clubs that recognize him. And after all, thank you for being here, Toastmaster Qaiyum. You're really a kind person and helpful person. And back to our table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hans. And dear Toastmaster Qaiyum, there is your affirmation. You know, the highest need of human being in the same pyramid of human needs is self-actualization. So here you go. Your branding is already with you here. And yeah, we would love to extend our thank you to from UETMC and for being there. Okay, and by the last speaker we have, this is the end of the table topic session. For all the participants, I would like to say thank you. And for the another participant that is not yet joining the session, we would love to hear you next time. And I'm sorry to choose, it's not too randomly because I choose someone that I already know. So I'm sorry about that. And I would love to try to bring this session with another person, another Toastmaster too in this beautiful club. Back to you, Tom. That's all for me.
Toastmaster Putra for leading the topic session. And thank you for all of you guys who have participated, who have listened. Yes, it is a fun way for us to practice our public speaking. And also a nice topic. Now let's move to our third session, evaluation session, that will be led. Oh, by the way, I remember something. Let's hear a timer report first. Toastmaster Heggi, the time is yours.
Right. Thank you, Toastmaster Hans. Tonight we have 6 table topic speakers, and all of them are qualified to be voted as the best table topic speakers. I will share the details in the chat box.
Okay, so while waiting, Toastmaster Indah is creating the link. Yes, there's the link. So feel free to vote. You can vote for anyone, for even for yourself. Can we have 1 minute of vote perhaps timer will notify. Okay.
Nggak usah pede-pede, Miftah, kalau mau vote sendiri, vote aja. Kagak yang tahu.
You can even duplicate your vote using another device. Copy the link to
Iya, kan
another
aku pengen
device.
menang. Aku pengen di ini disanjung.
Suddenly we have like 20 votes, although only 15 participants here.
I can sense, I would say, Pak Yusuf Chandra successor who always going to win the double topic session.
Duh, boleh nggak ngomongin Pak Yusuf?
It's hard.
Dianya nggak di sini, tapi lu omongin. Kasian, kupingnya panas.
Guys, this is still the formal session, so please English in this session. Yeah, thank you very much. But after all, yeah, agree with you. Let's see the successor of DTM Yusuf. But after all, yeah, we don't need someone who is always winning the table topic, because yeah, we need sense of competition, right? If someone is too powerful, what's the point of competition?
Okay, we have 10 votes in, still 5 to go.
Vote, guys. We cannot vote for the president because we belong to a different country. I'm from Malaysia, you guys from Indonesia. Yet at least we can vote for the best speakers, I would say.
You still cannot vote for your president, right?
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, like, even though if I can, yet I don't know who to choose. It's some things like when you want to choose Indomie, yet the mie sedap come out with another new variety. You know? You can compare.
3 more people to go. Please cast your vote, because we have a tie on the best table topic speaker right now.
Wow, that's new.
Wow.
Congrats, Motivator, for making a hard topics tonight.
So we need one more vote. Okay, should I copy the link to WhatsApp web and vote on my phone?
Double winner is good in WTMC. We ever have that situation.
Yes. And we put both name in one certificate.
And I don't put those name on the Instagram post.
I think still tight, yeah.
Yeah, it's still tight. Still there's only 12 people that have voted. Still 3 more to go. So if you haven't voted, please vote now before you lost your chance.
Vote. Let's go vote.
Can we give 1 more minute for these people to vote, or else we're gonna have a tie?
Sounds good. 1 more minute, yeah. 1 more minute.
It's an opportunity to Master Qaiyum to be a dual device, and you do promote yourself.
I am in a dual device already. What do you think, man? I can't cheat. Can't cheat already.
Okay.
Oh yeah, by the way, the another meeting is in Bahasa Indonesia. And I mean, like, how on earth do you guys inviting Malaysian people into a Bahasa Indonesia meeting?
I thought you can speak in Bahasa.
Yeah, of
That
course,
means you're multi-talented.
Yes, that's
We can adapt.
I really
hope
with Master Heggi. Yeah.
But I cannot speak Bahasa Malaysia though.
Agreed.
Okay, we have 14 votes and we have a winner already, but we're gonna announce that later.
Okay.
Fabulous.
Thank you, our ballot counter, Toastmaster Indah. And now let's move to the third session, the evaluation session that will be led by our GE, Toastmaster Qaiyum.
All right, thank you very much, Toastmasters. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is where everything gets serious, down to the business. Yet, a funny guy would not able to do this because funny with serious matter doesn't get along. So, before I start, I would like to welcome a new, I will say a newcomer in the room. We have Toastmasters, or soon to be Toastmasters Nusuhaiba. And this is actually a group of people who are talking in English. It's okay. You just try to understand. If you don't understand, get in the chat box down below. Just say, hi, Qaiyum, I don't understand. I will try to make you understand in the same time. So before we go further into the evaluations, let me invite our first evaluator, Toastmaster. Oh, we are missing our first evaluator. May I have our first evaluator? Toastmasters Miftah to evaluate our first speakers today. All right, Toastmasters Miftah, over to you.
That's why I just wanted you to know I'm a first speaker. Let's cheer up with Toastmaster Nur for delivering his very first project. He opens the confusing things, so people laugh at him, and you have a good articulation, and I saw you use a tone, a volume in a great way. Your confidence is the opportunity to avoid a glossophobia, fear of public speaking, to speak in front of people, and I didn't see a glossophobics around you. He tried so hard to make us laugh for some point, but he failed sometimes. But in this session, I really entertained that. Congratulations to whom can make any jokes. He said like that. You got your well structured, and that was great. You also have a good start to be funny guy. I really like your content, that humor or making people laugh with us. It's really difficult, and it's just because this is your first project. We hope that in the near future you can be more funny as well. Your first project for so long, Mac, the audience really missed out your performance when you deliver your speech, and this also engaged the audience to hear from you your story and keep your hard work. You didn't tell us about your side of humor. You just focused on your story about elementary school and adult. You didn't tell us more about your humor or something like that. Maybe we can listen in the next project. Your eye contact was great. You look at the camera all the times and make the audience feels comfortable with your performance. But you're running out of time. Try to see your time eligibility is 4 until 6 minutes. It will be better for you in your next speech if you can reduce your story. All in all, Toastmaster Nur, that was a penny of my thought. Look forward to listen to your fascinating speech in the near future. Back to you, our general evaluator, Toastmaster Qaiyum.
All right, thank you, Toastmasters Miftah, for the evaluations. So, ladies and gentlemen, evaluations is where people grow and acknowledge the mistakes, or I would say improve their weaknesses, and as well as trying out something new. That's where evaluations are for. Now, let us move to our second evaluator, Toastmasters Garda, to evaluate our speakers today, Toastmasters Han. With that, Toastmasters Garda, over to you.
Thank you, GE. Am I audible and visible? Communication can be a platform when two persons collide in this universe. And that's exactly what Toastmaster Hans has already exemplified, what he has learned and applied towards his project of understanding and communication styles. Congratulations, Toastmaster Hans. What I like about his speech most is that he did well in the engagement, as if that he, at the beginning, he also asked the audience and also tried to throw the questions so that the audience can also participate in the speech that he intended to deliver. This engagement could also relate to the communication, the essence of communication itself, whereby the essence and the core of having two fruitful communications is to build the rapport from us to the counterpart. Now, in the rest of my evaluation towards his speech, I would like to focus on something that I believe Toastmaster Hans could consider to improve in the further speech of his projects. After listening to his speech, I felt like there was an unfinished business in untying the laces, because I could sense that the speech was lacking in the objective of sharing the experience of him understanding the communication style. And I would like to break down in 3 items. Why is that? First, the purpose. Throughout the speech, that it would seem that the speaker was having the unmet purpose of delivering this project. The purpose of this project is to share the experience of what has he learned and applied about the communication style, rather retelling or sharing what has he read throughout the module. It would also consume the more portion of his speech that whereby it should have been allocated to other important aspects. For example, how he has learned and tried to understand and also implement the communication style in his real life. Second of all, he also delivered the DISC quadrants. Would it seem to be having the similar content with the 4 quadrants of the communication style from the module in Toastmasters International? So it would leave us, including me, what's in it for the speaker that he has applied. It was rather like a keynote speech, rather a type of communication skills in a speech project. And lastly, beware of asking or having other person to participate in the speech, because he asked the audience about the guessing what kind of communication style of the speaker. So beware of this unexpected overdue, so that it would also exceed the time limit, whereby it could also have been allocated to some other things that is more important, which is the objective of the project. So I believe all in all, from all of these items, would be better for the speaker to analyze for the improvement in the next project. So that is all from me. Back to you, the GE.
Thank you very much, Toastmasters Garda, with that evaluations. So ladies and gentlemen, now we are going to more to the technical part, or I would say the meeting itself. Let us move to our first technical evaluator, or I would say the technical report from our timer, Toastmasters Heggi. Over to you.
All right, thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Qaiyum. So for tonight, we have 2 evaluators, and both of them are qualified to be voted as the best evaluators. I will share the details on the chat box.
All right. While waiting for that, now let us move to our ballot counter to start the poll. All right, the poll is up. So
Yes.
feel free to choose. Our ballot counter, over to you.
So please choose between these 2 outstanding evaluator, Toastmaster Miftah or Toastmaster Garda. It would be a very difficult choice.
Okay, while we are choosing, I would like to inform to Toastmasters Indah to let me know if it is needed again to people to vote or not. With that, we move to our counter report. I would like to invite Toastmasters Hans for that. Toastmasters Hans, over to you.
Okay, so I guess this is my turn as Ah-WoD counter, right? Let me share my screen. Is this one? Okay. So we have heard from the prepared speaker. The first one is Toastmaster Nur. He has a lot of repeated words, but I did not find any other kind of filler words, and also no word of the day. For me, as I've noticed one long pause. And then in table topic, we can see that actually sweet spot is rarely mentioned as I've ever heard Toastmaster Redika and Toastmaster Miftah, but correct me if I'm wrong, but so far no other from the table topic. And also from the evaluation, no one mentioned sweet spot unless in the beginning when introducing the speaker. That's all we can see on the screen, and I hope we can improve day by day. Thank you, and back to our GE.
All right, Toastmasters Hans, what a very, very sweet and right on the spot report that you give to everyone today. Right? So I'm not using the word of the day. I'm using both of it in the separate time. Okay, let us move to our midnight teacher. I will say to our grammarian of the day, Toastmasters Redika. Toastmasters Redika, over to you.
Thank you, Tim. Okay, teacher. I'll let you teach about grammar today then. Okay, let me share screen. So this is my grammarian report today. As usual, it will contain two aspects. First is grammatical error findings, and the second one is the beautiful phrases. First one, let's go to the first part. Grammatical error. The first mistakes that I note down is he don't understand. It's a very basic mistakes, basically. Just remember the use of subject and verb agreement. So don't use we don't understand, but he doesn't understand. So he see it, it follow with the verb plus es. So that's the subject verb agreement. So the next time around, just remember this formula, so you won't make the same mistakes. No more he don't understand, but he doesn't understand. It's a basic, again, it's basic mistake. And the next one, I'm not structurized. If the person meant as you're quite a messy person, say I'm not well organized. So it's a wrong diction. Instead of I'm not structurized, it can be, it sounds like a passive voice. So you are being structured, like, so it sounds wrong. Yeah. So instead of saying I'm not structurized, say just I'm not a well organized person. So that's the correct diction. And again, the next one, my limit words. So because my is a possessive adjective, it is used to explain possessive or nouns. So use my limited words instead of my limit, because limit here is a verb. So use the adjective, my limited words. And the next one, will branding you. You should use model with base form, verb 1. So we'll see you as blah, blah, blah person, maybe as a nice person or as a great person, or we'll think of you as blah, blah, blah person instead of will branding you. Because again, you can use will with gerund or any other, what is it, any other words other than its initial form. So use the verb in its initial form. So see, will see, blah, blah, or will think of. Even will brand you, it may grammatically correct. Or you can just say will brand you as as what kind of person. And the next one, we can trying, the same mistake. So use we can try, because again, use model with base form, verb 1 here. So I guess 2 lessons today are enough. I won't go overboard because I want you to remember what I teach you today. So remember subject verb agreement and and then as well use correct diction. It's okay as time goes by, as you try to speak the language, you will get the sense of the language. And as well, remember the model in which it should be followed by the best form. I guess it's easier to remember, right? So I teach you enough today with 2 lessons. And let's move to another part, beautiful phrases. These are the beautiful phrases that I note down. First, try making a joke by Toastmaster Nur, because it will make you closer to someone. And I guess it's a good way to engage with someone by making a jokes, by loving together with the person. And the second one, communication works for those who work at it by Toastmaster Hansel. Yeah, of course, it takes 2 to tango, right? So yeah, it takes 2 persons to make the communication works as well. And the third, humor makes people love with us, indeed. And the last one, communication is a tool for 2 persons to collide, by Toastmaster Garda. And it couldn't be more true as well. So that's my report today as a grammarian. Back to General Evaluator, Toastmaster Qaiyum.
Right, thank you, our midnight teacher, I will say, for the English lesson.
I think I'm not as good as Toastmaster Garda.
All right. We will invite him next time. We will see how he do as a teacher in the midnight oil, I would say. But it's okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is, I would say, the overall of a technical part and all the specified part for the speakers' evaluations. Okay. Now move to the general evaluations. Okay. So first of all, I would like to acknowledge that everyone doing well in the meeting. So everyone participating, even Ms. Haiba or Haura, even though that I did not listen any word from Haiba, but I see her gesture means that she wants to be in our group as well, yet he is not audible at the moment, but it's okay. Next, there is always next time, all right? For me, there is always next time, all right? The meeting starts with everyone being greeted by Toastmasters Han. I was in the device of my iPad just now. I logged in for Jakarta Motivator, and I was not fully there yet. And I see that he tried to greet everyone, and everyone responded back him. So that's a very good gesture. Now, moving to the second part, whereby we have a non-Toastmasters member in the room. We have Haura, we have Nosaiba, we have Tim, Sam, and Redika, as I was informed that, okay, when this is happening to all Toastmasters members, not only here, when this is happening, it will be great if you guys explain a little bit or show them what is actually a Toastmasters International all about. I do listen it a bit, yet it would be better if it's supported by an infographic that are being provided by the Toastmasters International itself. Okay, for your informations to everybody, that Toastmasters International have updated their demographic in terms of how many members do they have at this moment, so that you guys can retrieve it as a picture and just share it as in the club and say like, okay guys, this is Toastmasters, this is actually what we do. And you guys can continue with the sessions where you say, oh, we have 3 sessions, pre-packed table topics and evaluations. Okay, now moving on during the meeting starts. Okay, everybody is being introduced to the room. All right, all the role takers, what you are, what you're doing, and people know you guys. Okay, that's a very good one. And thank you to our Toastmasters Hans for I would say occupying the time that where I was away from the keyboard, where I was changing. Oh no, I was evaluating on the other side of the meeting. Thank you for that. Now to make it better, or to make it, I would say we elevate the game of being a role taker. First thing first, do you guys renaming yourself? Even though I'm changing my device, I still renaming myself. That's number 1. Then number 2, do we really get the roles, or I would say the things that you guys do very in depth? Do you guys know the job of these role takers? Do you guys know the job of these role takers? So perhaps you guys go deeper into it. Not today, I would say tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Let's see what actually are supposed to be done by each of the role takers. Okay, then we move to the prepared speaker sessions. In the prepared speech sessions, I would say that this is the pillar of the meeting, whereby this is the reason why the Toastmasters member in the first place, all right? In the first place, this is why Toastmasters member coming back to the club. Because we want to listen what is actually that being presented by the speaker. We are listening to the story. We don't want to listen to the project. So for our Toastmasters Hans and maybe Toastmasters Nur, a little bit just now. So perhaps you guys can, I would say, get away from the project in the first place, right? Get away from the project itself and tell me the story more about your communication style, not only with the 4 people in the box, or I would say, let us get a story. How do you communicate with your boss? Or how do you communicate with your strangers? Would you say like, hey, don't take my money or what? Right? You just tell them a story about that. So when people listen to story, they will be more engaged. We will see like people going to say, I've been there, done that. And you know, with those sort of story, it engages the audience with the speakers. It separates the gap on being understand and not understand, be more closer. At least I've been there, right? So that's to the future speaker, maybe from other club as well, not only for Jakarta Motivator. Now, moving to the table topic session. Okay. Table topic sessions. Congratulations, Putra. You're done your very uncomfortable way on delivering it. And I really like it, what you're doing, which is you being uncomfortable doing the session itself. You try to figure out, oh man, no one volunteered. Now I need to find a black sheep, I would say, to discover, like to show them what is actually table topics are. Then I'm not saying that Redika is the black sheep or the black goat in these situations, yet Redika volunteered herself. Like, all right, guys, I want to show what is actually table topic. So she come in the first place. Then when she showed the things, when she showed the way, everybody started to coming in. Everybody like, still, some of them are not really want to go in, right? What you can do here is to Toastmasters Putra, you can try to use the Wheel of Fortune, right? The Wheel of Fortune is where it portrays an equal, I would say, to everybody in this room have chances, whether that they really want it or not, they have the chances to be in the table topic session, right? So with that wheel, people will say like, oh my God, let my name not be taken. Like, I hope that I'm not the chosen one, right? That they want to be picked. Yet, how do they know? The name of them are already there. Yes, Redika, you're genuinely, I mean, like, that's why I say you're not the black god to be sacrificed. You're not, you volunteer, okay? So with that, Toastmasters Putra, you will have less time to pick up like, oh, who am I going to go for next? Who am I going to like pick another one? Or the second suggestion that I would like to go for you here is for you to give the current speakers the opportunity to pick the other speakers. Let's say, for example, Redika have been like volunteer in the first place. So with that, she have the power to pick the second speakers, right? Not the topic, the speakers. So with that, the continuations goes on. People will like, okay, I pick you, I pick you, I pick you, I pick you. So you don't have to choose already, right? So with that, the sessions will go smooth and you will have time to go for more topics to be presented, right? The second part in table topic is where you're using this, I would say, enhanced tool for it. So using an enhanced tool is a very great thing. Haura can understand, I can see it. Our Toastmasters Indah nodding her head when I would say seeing the screen just now. So with that, it's a very good thing. Yet what can be done better here is to arrange it properly. Okay, why is this happening? Like, why is this the part of the evaluation? Okay, let's say we don't take an example. Let's see what we happening today. Toastmasters Miftah picking up something that has been picked by everybody else, right? So what happened? You need to choose another one. So what you can do here is to signalize or to make some sort of, okay, this is taken already. You make a cross over the words, or you just make the words turns to white or no color, so it will be disappear. Okay. Now move to the evaluation sessions. Okay, to all the evaluators, I will say Miftah. Okay, just now the evaluation is to rename yourself. Okay, I do not have the agenda with me at the moment just now, so that is pretty good if you guys renaming yourself as who you guys are role taking in the room, so that the general evaluator can directly point that out. Like we have, okay, I know evaluator 2 is Garda, the Tom is Hans, TTM is Putra, timer is Heggi, and we have just now Redika, Grammarian in the first place, his name, right? So when you have that, people can acknowledge you very easily. Right, now move to the timer. Okay, timer, you've done a very great job using the black, red, green things, the background. Okay, the background. Okay, the second part that I could say to elevate the game of being a timer is to say out loud the time, right? The chat box is really good tool to enhance. Right, this is why I would say it tools to enhance the audience attention, so to be the audience grabber, or I would say like a helping tools for everybody. Yet a timer in general is to be the person who say out the time for each speaker, whether that they are in time or not in time. So in the chat box, you can say that they are eligible or not by stating letter Y or N, right? You must say like, okay, our first speaker is 5 minutes 7 seconds, which is eligible to be still in time. The second speaker is 4 to 6, still presented around 3 minutes, which is under time. Okay, these things that need to be said out loud. Yet if you want to use chat box, you can say that after their time, okay, Toastmasters Hans, 5 minutes 7 seconds, letter Y. So Y means that indicates he is eligible to be voted, right? Because you are not deciding who are going to be voted or not. The one who decides is the ballot counter. Okay, move to the ballot counter. Great job that you have done today, where you provide the link on the evaluating the voting session just now, so that when people want to, okay, I want to pick Miftah because Miftah is very hyped today. Okay, so they can choose the person, and you provide the equivalent opportunity that I would say, because you get a link outside from the Zoom master itself. Because when you use Zoom, co-host can't vote. That's what I know. This is a setting that can be done as well, actually, but the co-host cannot vote, right? So when you go and use outside platform, everybody can vote, right? Now, what is happening if people are not giving their votes to you? You, as a ballot counter yourself, you can actually vote as a member of Toastmasters. So if it is okay, it's a tie, guys. Do you know that you're not voting yet? So you just vote for yourself. Like, who do you think it will? So you don't have to wait for other people, right? When you wait for other people, it will be a time consuming, right? Okay, if it is 2 winners, right? Being a best, it doesn't really mean like we need only one, guys. Everyone can be the best, but since today we have 2, all right, let's celebrate 2, okay? But it's okay. It's another time to be suggestions to be taken, okay? With that, I don't see anything else that can be evaluated by me, since that everybody, everything are in the benchmark, I would say, in the level of what they're supposed to be. So with those evaluations, with those sort of how to elevate the game of being role takers, evaluators, and as well as prepared speakers and table topics, I hope that I can see you guys in the future, maybe not only being a member, who knows, the detail, the dangerous talking machine. So ladies and gentlemen, with that, I end my evaluations. What a very good job for everyone, and hope to see you guys again in the future. With that, back to our Toastmasters of the meeting. Toastmasters, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Qaiyum, for a comprehensive evaluation, and thank you for the team of role takers. Great job. But we still have one report. Actually, this is awarding session that will be led by our ballot counter Toastmaster Indah.
Thank you, Mr. Tom, Toastmaster Hans Tampu. Can I share my screen?
Yes, now you can.
Okay. Okay. Can you all see the screen right now? All good?
Yes.
Okay. So awarding session for our meeting tonight, Wednesday, 3rd November 2021. For the best prepared speaker, Toastmaster Hansel Joseph, because we don't the other one was ineligible to be voted. So congratulations, Toastmaster Hans. And the next one is the best table topic speaker, Toastmaster Garda. Congratulations, Toastmaster Garda. And the last one, the best evaluator, again, Toastmaster Garda. Congratulations to you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Indah, for conducting the voting session and the awarding session. And congratulations for all the winner, Toastmaster Garda and Toastmaster Garda. Great job. Okay, before we end the meeting, actually, we know that Toastmasters wear many hats. There are a lot of Toastmasters club. And I would like to hear introduction and your next schedule. Perhaps first from Toastmaster Putra.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Hans, and thank you everyone for having me. It's a very wonderful night. It's 9 o'clock here at Jakarta, and I'm still at office, but it's not boring at all because of you guys. Thank you for having me. Thank you for Jakarta Motivators and all the guests and all the overseas visiting Toastmaster. I will send the details of University of Indonesia Toastmaster Club schedule for the next meeting. Will be held in the Saturday at 10 o'clock GMT 7. Thank you, Toastmaster Hans.
Yes, next let's hear from Toastmaster Qaiyum.
Okay, so what do you want to hear? I am depending on questions.
Yeah.
Just now you want me to
If you want to
myself?
announce any club.
Okay, all right. So ladies and gentlemen, you guys might wonder, like, who the hell is this guy? Like, why he is talk a lot? So I'm not the dangerous talking machine yet. All right. The DTM is to say, I am going to be that soon, perhaps. So I am Qaiyum, right? From the beginning till the end of the meeting. It will not be changed in any near future. So I am coming all the way from Malaysia. I am a student, 25 years old, and from a Toyhan Toastmasters Club members. So Toyhan Toastmasters Club is a dual lingual of language. They dual language club where we're using Bahasa Malaysia and as well as Bahasa English. Okay, so if you guys want to try out like what is actually new in Toastmasters, we don't have only English. We also have in Bahasa Indonesia. We have Mandarin as well in Bahasa Melayu. Our club meeting will be on this 11th November on 12 noon to 2:30 in the evening. So if in Indonesia time, it will be around 11 to 1. So if you guys want to lunch and listening to weird conversations, or I would say an awkward silence, all right, join us in the Toyhan Toastmasters Club and see you guys there. I will share the link with anyone from Jakarta Motivator, and that's all from me. Back to Hans. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Qaiyum. Next, Toastmaster Heggi.
Okay, so I am actually coming from Liverpool Toastmasters Club. We actually just had our meeting yesterday, so the next one is still in 2 weeks. Just going to be on the 16th of November. That's going to be on Tuesday, 7 to 9 p.m. And for the next one, it's a bit special because we're going to have a joint meeting with Jakarta Lions Toastmasters Club. To get more information about our meetings, please follow our Instagram at lktc.toastmasters, and I will put the handles on the chat box. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Heggi. Next, Toastmaster Garda.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hans. Back with me again. So my fellow Toastmasters and soon-to-be Toastmasters, I'm from SCBD Toastmasters Club. We always have our regular meeting every Friday evening from 7 to 9 p.m. Jakarta time. And this week, theme will be another special meeting for us because the theme will be closely to the mental health, whereby we will be talking about, are you being mindful or your mind is full? So I will share the details into the chat box. So you can also follow our Instagram at scbd.toastmasters. We will always update and inform our activities on our social media. We also have a YouTube channel where we always upload our recording on a weekly basis to our YouTube channel. The information is also provided in the chat box, so you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow our Instagram. Why am I being so redundant here? So that is all. You can also register yourself to receive the Zoom link. If you ever had registered, you will be receiving an email whereby it contains the information, including the Zoom link, the meeting ID, and password. So don't forget to register yourself, and we'll see you this Friday. Back to you, Toastmaster Hans.
Thank you, Toastmaster Garda. Next, Toastmaster Miftah.
Hey, fellow Toastmasters and guests, I'm from Maranatha Club. That club is always conduct a meeting every Wednesday. So if you want, if you already bored with motivators, you can go to my club as well. But yeah, my club is also bored, but it's a bit fun. So if you want to take a chance to go to Maranatha, please just come to our meeting and follow our Instagram and maranatha.toastmasters. Thank you so much. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Miftah. We also have Toastmaster Resti.
Hi, everyone. I'm Resti from Essential Club. My club will have a meeting tomorrow, Jakarta time on 7 p.m. That's all for me. Back to Toastmaster Han.
Thank you, Toastmaster Resti. That's all from the visiting Toastmasters. Now